Okay, so we come to the transpose property of matrix multiplication. Okay, that means when we multiply two matrices, A and B, and then we find the transpose, that is the same thing as finding the transpose of B, multiply it with the transpose of A. You can see we are multiplying A and B and then finding the transpose. But the result is the same thing as finding the transpose of B, multiply with the transpose of A. So the transpose of B comes first before the transpose of A. Okay. All right, please take note of that. That is very important. You could recall, or let's recall, when this was done for addition. This is the same thing as transpose of A plus transpose of B. This is for addition, but for multiplication, this is the case. All right? And you recall also for addition, if I have a scalar multiplying a matrix and then we have that transpose, is the same thing as this. Okay, that is for when a scalar is multiplying a matrix. So we have like this. Okay, now also when a scalar is multiplying, we are multiplying two matrices by a scalar. We are multiplying two matrices and then we are also multiplying by a scalar. This is the same thing as multiplying that scalar by A and later by B, or we multiply the scalar by B like this. Okay, it's the same thing to give us the same result. It will give us the same answer. All right. Now, in matrix multiplication, there's what we call identity matrix. Okay. This identity matrix is a matrix, a square matrix with only the main diagonal having an element of 1 or a value of 1. So this identity matrix, I call it I. If it is 3 by 3, I have something like this. It's a square matrix. So this is an identity matrix. So I can say I3. I can call it I3 to show that it's 3 rows and 3 columns. It's a square matrix of 3 rows or 3 columns. So if I say I2, it means I have something like this. That means 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so this identity matrix, depending on which one you are given, if I find the transpose of any identity matrix, the transpose of any identity matrix is T identity. Okay. The transpose of any identity matrix is T identity. All right. Now, if you multiply any matrix by identity matrix, you are still going to get that matrix. So either you multiply it by identity matrix or you multiply identity by that matrix. You see, this has a very nice property. We did mention before that this operation is not equal, is not the same. Okay, but in identity matrix, when we have identity matrix multiplying by a matrix is the same thing as multiplying that matrix with identity matrix, and also is the same thing as A. Is the same thing as A. Please take note of these properties. They are very important. Thank you.